Hey there, I'm Dr. Patti Bahtsch of Naturally Unbridled Wellness, and sometimes when I make these videos, I bust out my alter ego, Dr. Patti Bahtsch. So as you know, if you've been following my channel, I'm originally from the Boston area and used to have a pretty intense Boston accent, and I like to bust it out every once in a while. So without further ado, here she is. So, hey folks, I'm Dr. Patti Bahtsch and I'm a big fan of satire, so I decided I would put together a video because I thought it would be important to talk about food, right? Because really you are what you eat, so it's important to have good food. And I think a lot of people have no idea what kind of food is actually good food because they're getting bad information from the government. So, you got to remember that the government is really owned by industry. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs at this point, but government lobbyists, they give money to the politicians, and they basically pay for advertising so that their favorite guy gets to get elected, or their favorite lady. And when they do that, what happens is they push their own agenda. And so just a couple months ago, there was a government report that came out that basically said that Lucky Charms are a better breakfast than bacon and eggs. And I'm gonna admit that there's some crap in bacon, but you can get good healthy bacon. And eggs are freaking a superfood. There's everything in there to sustain life. That's a great thing for people to eat. And highly processed grains that are sprayed with herbicides, glyphosate, that sort of stuff, and then sprayed with synthetic vitamins and artificial colors, all kinds of high fructose corn syrup. This is a good breakfast choice for your kids that are trying to go to school to learn. It's just freaking crazy. So, if you follow me on Facebook, you see, or Instagram maybe, but you see that I post pictures of my food sometimes, and I know that drives a lot of people crazy, but I try to inspire people to grow, preserve, and cook food. I mean, last year I was 51 years old, and I learned freaking how to grow food. I grew my first garden basically at 51, and I learned canning. All from YouTube. I joke that I got an associate's degree in homesteading from YouTube University. But, it's never too late to learn a skill. And there's nothing more important than learning how to have good food and what good food is. And if you're looking to the government for that kind of information, you are getting sold a bill of goods. So you really want to make sure that your food is clean and healthy. I like to say eat the rainbow, brightly colored fruits and vegetables. If you look at my food on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see I try to make it really colorful and beautiful because it just makes it that much more enjoyable. And of course, I want it to be tasty too. But I look back at my old Facebook posts that come up in my memories, and what I thought was good looking food back then, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of embarrassing. But the thing is that I was trying, and the food was good and the food was nutritious. It just wasn't as beautiful as it is now, because over time I've learned some little tricks and tips on how to make my food look like magazine attractive and post these crazy pictures, and it's super fun. But it's never too late to learn a skill. And it's springtime here, and I'm in Wisconsin right now, but I live in Minnesota, and just gonna head into the gym in just a few minutes. But it's never too late to learn a skill. There's all kind of resources that are free for you to learn how to grow food. You can literally find a bucket and get some soil, get some compost, and start growing your own food. And I really want to encourage people to do that this year. I mean, if you look back, I grew over 50 pounds of potatoes last year, and I'd never grown a potato in my life. It's not that hard. So, it's super important what you put in your body. It's how you create health. I mean, one of my mentors said that wellness isn't something you have, it's something you do. And another mentor of mine used to say, you can't medicate yourself out of a condition that you've behaved yourself into. And the biggest problem we have in this country right now is people eat crappy food, they build crappy cells, they get all kinds of diseases, and then they take all the pharmaceuticals, and they don't get better. It's just a freaking vicious cycle, and you're just on a hamster wheel. So it's gonna all start with food and freaking water. Just drink water, for crying out loud. Like, you know how many people don't drink enough water? Like, a lot, like most people, but dang, they drink enough soda, enough Starbucks, geez. So just start making healthy choices. Drink water, eat vegetables, for crying out loud, and cook your own food. Don't be microwaving crap that comes in a box and in a plastic tray. My God, you know, there's endocrine disruptors in there that's gonna F with your system. So, you know, you gotta learn how to make food from scratch, and it's super easy to learn from YouTube. For crying out loud, you can just do it. So, I'm gonna try to start making more videos to inspire more people to grow their own food, cook their own food. I'm not a chef. I went to one cooking workshop once with my husband, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, and, you know, learned how to cut basil. Like, that was fun. But, you know, now it's like a super fun hobby for me. I grow all kinds of stuff in my house and in my garden, and I learned how to can it, and, you know, I shop my own pantry these days. So I just want to encourage people to, like, start today. Just stop making healthier choices, and stop getting your information from Good Morning America, because they're just all sponsored by freaking Kellogg's and all that crap. So just knock it off. So I gotta go to the gym now, because working out's healthy for me. It's one of my wellness things that I try to do to keep my body in good condition. So peace out, peeps. Have a healthy day.